When loyalty collides with neutrality in hip-hop, somebody always gets burned. And N.O.R.E just threw gasoline on an already blazing fire. The veteran rapper and podcast host finds himself defending his decision to expose a heated, behind-the-scenes moment that most people were never supposed to hear about. But here's where it gets controversial. Should private conversations between industry heavyweights ever truly stay private when the whole world is already watching their public drama unfold? During his recent guest appearance on the Brilliant Idiots podcast alongside Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schulz, N.O.R.E doubled down on his previous bombshell revelation. He had previously disclosed that Pusha T furiously contacted him after Pharrell Williams chose to remain diplomatically neutral instead of supporting either side during the legendary Drake versus Pusha T feud. This explosive phone call happened right after Pharrell appeared on Drink Champs and refused to pick a winner between the two rap titans. But wait, there's more to this story that most people completely missed. N.O.R.E explained his perspective with raw honesty, telling Schulz and Charlamagne exactly why he believes Pharrell's neutrality was problematic. Look, 40 would have automatically chosen Drake's corner, he stated, referencing Drake's longtime producer and collaborator. When you're talking about real loyalty, you should always represent your crew first. It's like how Charlamagne would pick you before anyone else. That's what genuine partnership looks like. But Pharrell, he took a completely different approach. The Queen's native went deeper into his reasoning, revealing why he doesn't consider his disclosure inappropriate or unethical. First of all, I never thought that conversation was meant to be kept secret, N.O.R.E elaborated. We're talking about one celebrity calling another celebrity to complain about a third celebrity. And all of this involves the biggest superstar on the entire planet. Plus, this wasn't some private, personal dispute between Drake and Pusha T. They literally brought their battle into the public arena, the schoolyard, if you will. They sent out invitations for everyone to witness their showdown. When you make it that public, you can't suddenly claim privacy. And I told myself, this is the one moment I'm going to stay quiet and let Pusha express everything he needs to say. I shared that story to demonstrate just how genuinely human Pharrell really is. The situation highlights a fascinating contradiction in hip-hop culture. While artists often demand loyalty from their inner circles, they simultaneously create public spectacles that blur the lines between private relationships and entertainment business. Pharrell's decision to maintain neutrality during the Drink Champs interview could be seen as either diplomatic wisdom or calculated fence-sitting, depending on your perspective. For context, Pharrell has publicly expressed regret that the feud between Drake and Pusha T escalated to such intense levels. However, that statement was made several years ago, and the hip-hop landscape has evolved significantly since then. N.O.R.E's position raises thought-provoking questions about accountability, friendship, and the entertainment industry's complex web of relationships. When public figures create highly publicized conflicts, should their associates be expected to choose sides? Or does remaining neutral actually represent the more mature, professional approach? Here's what makes this situation even more intriguing. N.O.R.E seems genuinely confused about why anyone would consider his revelation problematic. His argument essentially boils down to this. If you're going to air your dirty laundry in public, you can't complain when people discuss the behind-the-scenes reactions to your public drama. But is that logic sound? Or is N.O.R.E missing something crucial about industry etiquette and friendship boundaries? What do you think? Should N.O.R.E have kept Pusha T's frustrated phone call private, regardless of how public the Drake beef became? Or was he totally justified in sharing this insight into how industry relationships really work when conflicts arise? Does Pharrell's neutral stance represent mature professionalism or disappointing disloyalty to someone who helped build his career? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is the kind of debate that could go either way, and we want to hear where you stand on this controversial situation.